everyone, welcome on our first DocuTalk. My name is Natalie and I'm very glad and honored and happy to welcome Julia Rose-Greim, I hope I pronounced their surname in proper way, on our talk. She's super talented, very funny and sunny and nice and super talented lady I have met a few months ago in Prague when we had the first meetup of documentary family photographers in Europe here in Prague. Lucky me. So welcome, Julia.
Hello, Natalia. Nice to see you again.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling a bit nervous, but I'm totally fine.
That's good. I'm also nervous and I'm very excited, but nervous as well, especially because I can hear my own voice later in record. So I think that will be the most funny part. Julia, I wanted to talk to you about documentary family photography, but first of all, can you tell us a little bit about you?
Yes, for sure. Okay, I'm Julia and I am a mother of 3 sons, which are 13, 10 and 3. So I had a pretty long time to experience motherhood and how it feels having a family and having kids and seeing them growing up. And I always wanted to be a photographer, but then I studied something pretty different. But with my first child, my photography love came back. And then with the second child, I started my photography business. But the post one, the portrait stuff, some lifestyle, and I always loved what I did. But after a while, and especially with my third child, I recognized that childhood is so important, and being a family and appreciating all the moments you have in your family, in your everyday life, and not only the cheesy, funny, happy parts. And that's why I switched to documentary family photography.
Did it go smoothly, switching from lifestyle and portraits to documentary?
It was kind of a journey. First of all, I always did these documentary stuff besides, but I never knew what it really is until I met Kirsten Lewis in the internet and did some mentorings with her and improved my skills. And then I recognized that the thing I love and the pictures I love most are documentary style stuff. And so I decided to switch. And first I tried to do both lifestyle, post stuff and the documentary part. But for me, it didn't really work because I was still on the learning curve. And so I just cut off the lifestyle part and just did the documentary for 1.5 years now. So that's it.
It's almost like hearing to all those stories in one, because it's so typical when you are trying, you don't know what you are doing, and documentary, it doesn't seem like typical photography that you can sell or something. Then you met someone. It's just so typical, so funny. Okay, and probably the first documentary photos were for your family, right?
Yes, I always photograph my family, but there are huge amounts of pictures on my hard drive somewhere. And I need to edit and cull and print them one day, maybe. I hope so. Yes.
Yeah, and it's just one thing I've heard you saying that when you switched and you learned and stuff like that. What about your clients? Did they get what you are trying to explain them and to sell them, your documentary photography?
Some yes, and some I lost. Some clients I lost. I was sure that this will happen, but it was hard in the first part to lose some of the old clients, because I did several shoots for them and they became friends or kind of friends, and I saw their kids growing up, and it was kind of hard. Then they said, okay, then we want someone else now. but because I really felt that the documentary thing is, or the documentary photography is for me, and I hope for a lot of people and families, it's more important and more the heart weighing thing. I stuck to it, and some clients really love what I'm doing now, and they were the whole journey with me from the post and the real beginning stuff until now, and I really, really love them, and I'm really happy that they are still with me. But I lost some clients, but on the other hand, I found new clients who really love this kind of photography, so it's fine for me. And it
Very
was
motivating to hear that from you. And what do you think is the best, or what other right things about documentary family photographer that people should get inspired by, or why they should order documentary family photography?
They should hire a documentary photographer because I'm sure that they will love and should see how pretty and loving and happy their everyday family life is, because as a mother I know that a lot of days are just exhausting and you feel bad and not doing enough, and your kids are not behaving and all is stressful and thing. But in every also shitty day, there are always these fine, small, happy, funny, loving moments, and that's the most important thing that I can, as a photographer, hopefully show these families that they are perfect, and there is no need to be thin, and the environment or the flat or the apartment has to be cleaned up or renovated or whatever to get a family photo shoot at home. It's totally perfect if it's messy, if it's clean, if it's colorful or not. And so they just be who they are, and that's enough, and it's perfect as it is.
Yeah,
That's
it's all
what
about.
I think they needed. I hope.
I hope. Yeah, it's. I totally agree with you, because all those photos are authentic. They are not nothing else, and it's just so super cool because all the typical photos, they are quite alike, and these you will never find anything like that, because it's just about you, and it can't be the same way anywhere else. It's all about you. So I just love that. And what for you personally? Why do you enjoy documentary family photography as a photographer?
Because I like to see how they react to their pictures in the end, but also to see that it's kind of a therapeutic thing that because I'm a mother myself, I see that, okay, their kids behave funny or naughty too, so it's not just my kids, and to see how they handle situations, how their family life goes, and to grab here and there some things for my life too, and maybe give something from my life back, because we talk, we chat a lot, and kind of become friends all the time, because for me it's important to have a really trust with my clients. So because it's really personal, and you have to have a lot of trust, and they give me a lot of trust because they let me in their houses, into their lives, and I'm taking the pictures, and so there's always a proof how messy, how whatever it was. So it's a really trustful thing to have your family pictures done documentary style, because nothing has changed. It is as it is.
I love that. Did you have a documentary family photography for your family?
Yes, I when I fell in love with documentary, I met Barbara Puchta, and now we are real good friends now, and I really, really, really love her work. And she's just an awesome person and an awesome photographer, and Yeah, and in February she visited us and did a full day in the live session with us. And I was really nervous, so I know how my clients feel when I'm coming to their house, because like, oh, I need to clean up, I need to lose some of. No, just leave it as it is, because my kids know, and we are living the life every day. So why we should change something, because they know how it looked like at home. And she spent 3 days with us almost. She came in the afternoon and left the day after, so there were 70 hours of shooting. So she had a pretty hard day with us. And we did nothing special. But when I saw the pictures in the slideshow, I totally cried, because I had the same thing. Because I always say my kids are naughty and struggling all the day, or doing not the nice thing to their brothers, and then seeing in the pictures that there's still so much friendship and love between them besides all the fighting. It was so good. And beginning from picture 7 or 5, I cried the rest of the slideshow.
Oh my God, that's so sweet. I love that. I'm not sure how true that is, because I don't do documentary family photography for that long, but I imagine, and I don't have kids, so I just love to hear that from you as a mother. But I imagine those photos are for people now to realize how lucky they are, for people in a few months and even years to realize how great it was. And for those children in 10, 15, 20 years, and I'm not there yet, to imagine when they will be grown up and when they will have their kids, and what they will feel to see their child photos like that. It will be really cool how we will be there together.
Yeah, I think it's a really big gift, and you can imagine how meaningful this will be in the future, because these moments are gone, and kids' behavior is changing all the time. They're growing, and some things never happen again. I had this with one family once. He was 2, almost 3, and he always get undressed when we did some pictures, and he was in this naked running around phase. And then we did some pictures when he was pulling out the clothes out of the washing machine, and I really got some funny things. And the mom told me he's always doing this. And half a year later, we did a half day in the live session with the family again and the grandparents, and he's not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
So just because of these pictures, they will ever know that, or forever know that he did this when he was 2.5 years and his sister was born. He was running naked around all the time. So, and that's what I mean. The behavior from kids is changing all the time. They're doing something for 2 years, something for just 2 months, and you never know when it stops. And so it's important to remember, because mom brain is not the best, and you will lose so many things. I lost so many important moments and behavior things my kids did, and I'm always regretting that from some things I don't have pictures, because no one took them. And this is gone. And maybe I don't know how many things I've already lost totally. So that's it. That's why I think this is so important. And you're not knowing this now when you're doing the photo shoot, or maybe not in the full, but in some months, some years, this will be everything.
Yes, priceless.
Yes.
Thank you, Julia. It was super great. Very, very nice to talk. And thank you for being so brave, because I'm sure it's not that easy, especially when you have no idea how it will look like. I had the same feeling. Thank you so much. We'll be looking forward for our next talks. And see you, everyone. And love you.
Thank you. Bye.